Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing. In this video, we are going to do the very first wash on my daughter's Ford Fusion that I put the graphene matrix coating from Ethos Car Care on exactly 2 weeks ago today. Let's do it. So I'm going to try to make this intro nice and quick for you guys because this is not going to be an in-depth wash video or anything like that. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like before here in a minute, and then I'm going to wash it. I'm going to use Ethos Car Care ceramic shampoo, and I'm using that because anytime you wash a ceramic vehicle, or I guess graphene coated vehicle now, you want to use a product with SiO2 in it because what's going to fill any voids that could be in the ceramic coating or graphene coating on the car. As it wears, you got to be able to fill those voids in. That's what the SiO2 is for. We're going to use that and that's it, and then we're just going to dry it and we'll do some water tests and see what it looks like, see how the hydrophobics are holding up. My daughter said that she has a little bit of tree sap on it. I'll show you guys that in here in a minute, but it's stayed pretty clean. It's been 2 weeks exactly today, and we have had so much rain. We had 2 inches of rain yesterday alone, but we had tons of rain last week and the week before, and I see hardly any water spots on it at all. Just a couple in the very back on the trunk lid. That's it. I see no water spotting at all, and it does not get garage kept. This is outside all the time. It never goes in a garage, you guys. So this is a perfect vehicle. That's why I wanted to put the graphene matrix coating on this. We're going to use their shampoo, like I said, because I'm not doing a durability test to see how long it lasts by itself. We're going to do a durability test to see if we can get 5 years out of it. So in order to do that, you have to do maintenance washes with a ceramic shampoo, ceramic refresh, silica spray sealant along the way. And that's very important. So we're going to be using their products. I'll probably use other companies' products as well as we go throughout this this durability test. But I want to get in this video. Let's get this thing washed. Let's see what it looks like.
All right, so let's go ahead and walk around the car. As you're going to notice, there's not very many bugs on it, and which is amazing here in Indiana this time of year. Normally, even after you wash the car, the next day you are covered with bugs. So I think the rain washed a lot of it off, which is absolutely amazing and speaks volumes for this coating. There's some tree sap I was talking about earlier. And there's some paw prints up here from cats because she does stay on a farm quite often. You'll see right here all the kick up from the tires, how dirty it actually is from the gravel road and everything and being wet. But then look at the rocker panels, and they're not really all that dirty. Very impressive, extremely impressive, this coating so far. Even though I know it's only been 2 weeks, this just shows how well it's able to self-clean, I guess I should say. And then I'm not sure what that little pink scratch is right there. I asked my daughter and she wasn't sure either, but it did come off, so no big deal. I didn't mention it in the video later on. And remember, I did put the graphene coating on the wheels. The wheels actually stayed pretty clean versus normal from brake dust and stuff, so that's actually a good thing there. And then this is where I was talking about where there are some water spots, and that's just because it's sitting on the back of the car where all the kick up from the rear tires is. But it's not bad at all for as much rain as we had. I bet you we had, in the 2 weeks since I washed, or since I did the detail, applied the matrix coating, I bet we had 5 or 6 inches of rain easily in those 2 weeks. So a lot of rain, and there's some more tree sap right there. But as you can tell, overall appearance though, it still looks extremely good. It still has good gloss, even though it's dirty. It just looks really good for a car that has seen what it has seen over the last 2 weeks here in Indiana. So let's move on to washing it.
All right, you guys, so I have roughly 3 ounces of Ethos Ceramic shampoo in my MTM, there you go, Hydro. This is the 22.2, I think it's called.
So I know this video is not about the MTM Hydro, but this is the first time I've ever used it. I bought it a couple months ago in Detailed Image. Everybody says this is the best foam can, and so as I was using it here, I wasn't real impressed. But dummy me, didn't read directions. I had it set all the way to negative, which is what you want on most foam cannons, not the MTM Hydro. Here, this side right here, I set it to positive, and look at that, it's shaving cream thick foam. Just clings to the panels really, really well, and which is what you want. I wanted to spray it on there. I wanted to let it dwell for a little bit, break anything down that might be on the surface before going contacts. So I'm just going to show you guys a few clips of me washing it. It's no different than washing any other car, but I just want to show you. I think it's important to show you that I did wash it. I washed it by hand, and I could not get over how slick the paint was underneath the wash mitt. Even this wash glove right here that I'm using on the wheels, it was just so slick. It's absolutely amazing. It's kind of mind-blowing. Until you actually feel it, it's really hard to explain. In fact, it was so slick that I told my daughter, I said, you've got to try this. So she's going to try it here in just a second.
How slick it is.
Oh yeah.
Feel that?
It's so like soft.
I know, it's crazy. That works amazing.
Now the Ethos Ceramic shampoo that I'm using on this wash is absolutely amazing. This is the second time I've used it. It is super slick. Suds for days. Smells amazing. Cleans great. I don't have anything bad to say about this soap. I've never made a video on it because there's just only so many videos you can make on car soaps and shampoos. But this is a fantastic product if you have a ceramic coated car. So this is the part of the wash that I was most curious about, were the bugs, because anytime I start a detail or washing a car, first thing I do is I go get a dedicated bug cleaner, spray it on there, let it dwell, agitate it, wash it off, and then I start washing. I wanted to use the regular soap I was using with the wash pad I was using, and I didn't apply any more pressure on the bumper than I did on the rest of the car, and it did not disappoint. I didn't have to get out any harsh cleaners, anything like that. It removed the bugs very easily due to the coating. And now to the fun part. Let's rinse the soap off and look at the hydrophobics, and look at that. It just falls right off the panels. No problem at all. I still cannot get over this coating. The hydrophobics of it are just amazing. Nothing like I've ever seen before. We were talking about it when we were making this video, as my daughter was doing the camera work she's doing right here. We were talking about, look, I kept saying, look at that, that's amazing. And she couldn't. She's like, I know, it's unreal, you know. It's just something I've never seen before, and it's going to be the new thing, I think, on the market, is this graphene. And the more I think about it, it's like, well, what's next? I mean, look at what this stuff's doing. You're going to find something that when you spray water on it, it literally dries itself immediately. I mean, what else can there be out there? I'm so looking forward to the future in the detailing world because of stuff like this right here. So now that all the soap is off the car, it's time to do the water test. And as you're going to notice right here, it just sheets right off really fast. I mean, look at that. That's just absolutely amazing. I know you guys are probably getting tired of hearing me say this, but I am just blown away by this product. I truly am. I've never seen anything perform like this as far as repelling water. And it was so addictive. I just kept doing it and kept doing it and just kept spraying it. And eventually I had to say, okay, dummy, come on. We got to get this thing dry. So we're going to dry the car with my Echo leaf blower. As you can see, the water just flies right off of it, just rolls right off of it. I dried 90 to 95% of the entire car without touching it, just with the leaf blower alone. So that tells you that if you're go out to get your car and it just got done raining, when you take off and you get some speed going, all the water's just going to come right off of it. So that's just absolutely fantastic, and that's exactly what you want. You don't want it to stay on there, as you know. But it was really impressive. I could dry this entire car in about 10 to 15 minutes with a leaf blower. That's really cool. And the only thing I really needed a towel for was getting underneath the door handles, door jams, stuff like that. Other than that, I used the leaf blower and it dried the whole car.
All right, you guys, it is completely done. I could not be happier with it. The bugs came right off, as you can see. No problem at all. I used no bug cleaner or anything like that. No heavy chemicals. Just the ceramic shampoo. The only thing it did not remove was that dried on tree sap right there. I really thought the coating would probably make that not stick to it, but maybe that's asking too much. I mean, it probably is, honestly. Tree sap's pretty nasty stuff. The paint looks amazing. The wheels look absolutely amazing. The gloss is stunning. And it is so slick. I'm not going to top it with ceramic refresh right now, but I will in the future. This is just the very first bath. I just wanted to use just the ceramic shampoo on it. Let me give you guys an away shot. It's still drying. No tire shine on it yet, so it doesn't look the greatest, but it looks amazing. And the gloss, you can really see the gloss when you just look at the hood. Looks like ice, just looks wet. This is an amazing coating right here. All right, you guys, so this is my daughter, Faith. I know you guys, some of you have seen her in other videos. I'm gonna ask her a few questions here for a minute, just for you guys' information. But that paint looks absolutely amazing on the car. So easy to wash. I had her try one section with the wash mitt. It is so slick, it's ridiculous. It did a great job of not allowing the bugs to stick to it, so I didn't have to use a dedicated bug cleaner, a harsh cleaner to get the bugs off. It cleaned the wheels, no problem with the brake dust that was on them. The only thing I had an issue with was the tree sap, which she kind of can't not get it on there because where she has to park. So that's going to be kind of an ongoing thing, I guess I should say, on that car. And I'm going to try to get it off here in just a few minutes. But the reason I wanted to bring her in here is I wanted to ask her a few questions for you guys to get an idea of the graphene matrix and what it has done to her car. It has been just absolutely amazing. So we had 2 inches of rain yesterday, and then we've had tons of rain the last 2 weeks. In fact, the day she took it home, it rained. Mm-hmm. The day she took it home. She didn't get to drive it clean for 1 day. But I called her, or I texted her actually the next day, and I said, hey, does your car have water spots on it? And she goes, I don't know. So she went outside and looked, there was no water spots on it. So compared to before we put the graphene matrix on, how well has it stayed clean over the last couple weeks?
It stayed very clean, and the water just falls right off of it.
Yeah, it does. Water, it just flies right off of it compared to before. And if you guys, I don't know if you noticed in the video, I'm hoping when I edit, we'll be able to see it, but all the dirt was at the very bottom, at the rocker panels. That was it. That's all the dirt. Everything else was, I mean, just looked absolutely amazing on the car. It did the self-cleaning like it should do. It takes the dirt and it rinses it or washes it down to the bottom of the car. And that's why it's called self-cleaning on these coatings. It just did an absolutely amazing job. When you picked it up, you couldn't believe it.
It looked really good.
Because it looks so much different than it looked before. Now that did have to do with the preparation, the polish, but the coating had a lot to do with the final looks of the product, or of the car, before she picked it up. So we're hoping to get 5 years. We're gonna continue doing update videos. Now I'm not gonna do any update videos probably for a little while, probably 6 months, probably do a 6 month update video. See if I can get her to come back, because then college starts and she's working and everything else. That's the hardest thing, is to get her back here. But we will get her back to make other videos. Is there anything else you want to say as far as the product's concerned, or the car, and just?
No, it looks super clean and shiny.
It looks good.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, there. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, checking this video out. It's just a quick update video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Join the Fab family. We'd love to have you, and we'll see you in the next video. You did that last time.